I suffer from a disorder called obsessive compulsive disorder. For short, it's OCD. There's two parts of that. The first part's obsessions. Obsessions are essentially unwanted thoughts, images, and impulses that are extremely repetitive and extremely distressing. Compulsions are quite simply, the actions, whether it's mental or physical, that ease the obsession. My earliest memory of OCD when I was a really young child, all the other kids were basically playing in the dirt, getting food on their hands, getting food on their face. I didn't want to have any dirt near me. I didn't even want to stand in my sandbox. As my illness progressed, I started noticing I was washing my hands a lot more. It went from a certain amount of times to actually ended up taking a really long time, constantly watering my hands, watering off the tap that I was using. From there, that went on for quite a while, and then from there, I actually I found Lysol more or less, started using Lysol on my hands, on my legs, on my face, my head, and as my illness progressed even further, it got to the fact that even doing laundry was a chore. So I would do the laundry, get everything in a basket, get it downstairs, but on the way up, if it hit anything, I'd have to, the minute that I got upstairs, I would have to wash it, and I washed it anyways. I found that when I went through the door or went through, into my apartment, at the time period, brought in the shower, and there was kind of a routine with it of washing this basket out. Sometimes there'd be soap in it, sometimes there wasn't. When I went down to kind of get it out of the laundry, put it in the dryer, if it touched anything, I'd have to go back up again, and that was quite a long process. I started to drink more and more throughout the day, and it ended up being a little bit to a lot more. And I was drinking a lot every single day. I was smoking pot every single day. It was a living nightmare. It felt like almost being trapped inside my own body, and I could never escape it 24 hours. Well, other than when I was sleeping, I could never escape it. It felt like somebody was taking me over and controlling every move that I made, every thought that I had, and I didn't have anything but to try to repeat doing it 1,000 times to get rid of the pain.
I'd really get them to look at how much is it impacting their life. If it's causing problems with interpersonal relationships or they're having a hard time at work, then it's a good idea to get some professional advice and to at least know what your options are.
As my illness worsened, it actually started to affect my relationships. A lot of people didn't really understand what I was going through, although they tried. It ended up affecting my job. Co-worker beside me had noticed I was actually starting to water my chair down, Lysol and Windex, parts of my desk, and a co-worker noticed this. And I had to explain to him, I kind of brushed him off or tried to brush it off with him, but he noticed and knew, he thought it was pretty strange, what the hell is this guy doing? From there, at its absolute worst, I didn't even want to live anymore. I felt like, the only thing that I could do to hold on to myself is that I didn't want to be around, but for my family and my friends, that I'll try one last effort to try to help myself. Other than that, I'm done.